Can't take anything personally. That's for damn sure. Like everything is trying to pull everybody to take things personally. That's one thing that I've noticed a lot is like everything is set up for everybody to take personally.
Like everybody can be a victim.
Yeah.
Like, what about me?
You know, it's like they're the right wing people are like they're tearing down our heritage and like everybody has something to complain about, whether it's police brutality or wearing masks or like regardless, everybody is taking everything personally, and it's sad, man. It's sad because everybody what that illustrates to me is that everybody finds themselves to be more important than everybody else.
Yeah,
and that is a perfect segue into our next topic: ego and surrender and humbleness. That Tyler asked us to bring up. It's like I think that is a very interesting topic because I hear a lot of new age people talk about ego death.
Yeah.
And I don't like that term because I don't think it's actually healthy to kill the ego. I think it's an integral part of our psyche. And it's really what the ego is a sense of identity.
Yeah.
And what we need to kill is the false sense of identity, this arrogant version of ourselves that is separate from everybody else.
Yeah.
And, one thing that it irks me so much, the whole ego death concept, because everybody has an ego. So when we start with that fact, instead of trying to kill your ego, why aren't we giving each other compliments?
Yeah.
Why aren't we lifting each other up?
Building each other up.
Why aren't we saying, like, why isn't it iron sharpens iron? Like make each other better.
Yeah.
Don't put them down, but, talk to them in a respectful way that makes them want to be better.
Yeah. We start treating each other differently.
Yeah, with love. And I feel like love is, again, such a distorted word, like especially sometimes when it's said between two men or two women, it automatically comes off as gay. And a lot of people resist that because they are uncomfortable with gay people or whatever. But no matter what, there seems to be like this, people are scared to even just say I love you to each other.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell a fucking stranger, I love you, brother, or I love you, sis. Because for me, they might look at me funny, but at the end of the day, how are they not going to be happy with that?
Yeah.
They might look at me funny and think, oh, this kid's a little out there, but they're not going to be like, he's a threat,
Yeah.
And they're not going to be trying to come after me and kill me. Oh, he loves me. Like, if you're being real about it, the worst that's going to happen is they're going to look at you funny. Yeah. But if you're just being real about it and you're not actually being creepy and you don't have any like weird vibes behind it, you're just like for real, like trying to show them like, hey man, humanity still exists. And I just have love for you as a person, regardless of what you believe, regardless of what you look like, regardless of anything that you can't help. You know what I mean? The fact that you're a human being and I share this experience with you, I feel like I want to get random love from random people. I'm not talking about a hug necessarily, but just like, yo, what's up? Like anything. Like strangers are scared of each other more than ever. And it's the news's job to keep strangers scared of each other. You drive through the city.
It's fucking crazy.
You're going 20 miles an hour at every stoplight. No one looks at anybody. Nobody makes eye contact with anybody anymore. It's like a scary thing to make eye contact with somebody. How the fuck did we get to a point where we're scared to make eye contact?
Because we're going to face ourselves. That's what's going to fucking happen.
Phase ourselves?
We're going to face ourselves.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think to go back to the ego point, the other part of what Tyler was talking about is kind of surrendering. And I understand where he's coming from because a lot of people who talk about ego death, what I feel like they're really talking about is killing the false ego and killing that sense of identity that is not aware, killing that sense of identity that is not aligned with what your actual capabilities are and what your actual potential is. I think it's good to kill or to get rid of the parts of your sense of identity that are holding you back from doing the things that you want, that are keeping you in a state of fear.
Yeah.
You know, so the ego is just like everything else that's a part of the mind to me. It's a yin yang, you know?
Yeah.
So the ego has its own dark side, but I don't think that it's good to eliminate the ego, because the ego, a sense of identity, can also give us a sense of purpose and a sense of meaning in life.
That keeps us going.
It makes relationships meaningful.
Yeah. We're all borderline narcissistic. Like everybody's got some sort of like narcissistic agenda, because if you take that away,
self-preservation.
Yeah. If you take that away, then there's no fucking reason.
I don't like the word narcissistic, because that has a negative connotation. And if you're actually looking out for number one, and you are in a position where you only have the energy to look out for number one, then that's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
Once you've taken care of yourself, once you've fed yourself, once you've clothed yourself, once you've taken care of your needs, and you have that extra energy, that is energy that I feel like you should spend lifting each other's true ego, your true sense of identity, giving each other genuine compliments, not saying, oh, you're going to be a pro football player, not giving them a false sense of where they
blowing
stand.
Smoke up their ass.
Right. But you can say no matter where they are, you can be real with them and do it in a complimentary way. You know, I mean, my son is autistic, but I can still compliment him every time he tries to talk.
Yeah.
You know, and that's going to encourage him to do it more, you know? And I think that can apply to really all people, because there's a lot of people out here that because they see other people who are arrogant and they don't like that, they respond too far the other way, where they're trying to kill their ego, but what they don't realize that they're doing is they're actually like killing the positive aspects of their identity too. So you got to be sharp when you use that doubt, when you're doubting yourself. You have to only doubt the parts of you that aren't serving you.
I mean, I guess it's not the right word to use. I meant just like we're all self-aware. You know what I mean?
One thing that the Toltec Toltec author and artist that I'm always reading, Don Miguel, one thing that he always says about this is, I can only give what I have. I can't give what I don't have.
Exactly.
Right? So if I don't have the energy to give you energy, then I can't give it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can only give what you have. And if you're so focused on killing your ego that you're killing the positive aspects of your identity, then you're draining your own energy, and you're actually limiting yourself. And when you limit yourself, you're limiting what you can give other people, because you're going to have less for yourself to give. So I do think that it's very important to look out for number one. But, it's a yin yang. You look out for number one to the point where you're greedy, and people can see that, you're not prone to sharing. You're not a good team player. Like, there is the aspect of, being a good community, a good citizen. I don't want to say good citizen, because I don't really like the whole like civil culture like we're talking about. But it's just a sense of understanding that we're all connected. We are a part of our community, regardless.